Have you ever wondered what people really think about your favorite brands on their social media? Using Air Canada's public Instagram comments as a case study, I'm going to show you how you can scrape Instagram data at scale and run sentiment analysis. Now, if this is your first time hearing the word sentiment analysis, don't worry. It simply means using data to figure out whether people's comments are positive, neutral, or negative. And why should brands even care about what their customers think? It's simple. If brands can spot their customers' pain points quickly, they'll be able to respond faster, improve their services, and also stay ahead of their competitors. All right, let's jump into the tutorial and I'll show you step by step how to do all of this using Apify. So here I am currently on Air Canada's official Instagram page, and these are all of their posts. So what we want to do is to get some of the comments from their post. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is head over to apify.com, and here you can see that Apify is a full stack web scraping platform. So here in the search bar, I am going to type in Comments Analyzer Agent. So I'm just going to click on that. So let's take a look at the description together. The Comment Analyzer Agent prevents PR disasters with AI sentiment analysis, monitor comments across TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram to detect negative sentiment, toxic content, and potential crises before they escalate. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is click on Try for Free. So if you don't have an account with Apify, you need to create an account, or you can continue with your Google account. So I'm going to be continuing with my Google account. Moving on, here we have the post URL, which is the URL of the post to scrape comments from. So I'm going to go back to Air Canada's Instagram page, and I am going to select the first post here. So I'll just come here to more options and copy the link to this post. So I'll go back to the Comment Analyzer Agent. So now I'm going to come back here and paste in the link that I just copied. At the bottom here, we have maximum number of comments. So I'm going to specify 500. I want 500 comments to be returned out from over 3,000 comments. I just want 500 comments to be returned. So what happens when you do not specify the maximum number of comments? The scraper or this comment analyzer agent is going to scrape all the comments. So I'm going to click on save and start. Let's just wait for the comment analyzer agent to go into that Instagram post and get the 500 comments and perform the sentiment analysis. I mean, this is really, really cool. You don't need to manually do all of that work yourself. The comment analyzer agent just makes everything so easy. So finally, the comment analyzer agent has run successfully and it has processed the comment analysis for this post. Let's see what it did and how well it did it. So we can see that this agent scraped a total of 500 comments, and 9.8% of the comments were positive, 10.8% of the comments were neutral, and 79.4% of the comments were negative. Now let's find out why we have these percentages. So for the sentiment analysis, I'm going to click on the ellipsis here. The comments expressing positive sentiment were largely supportive and encouraging towards flight attendants and their rights. Many users advocated for fair wages and better treatment of employees, reflecting a positive outlook on labor rights and justice. Now, what are the common reasons for positive sentiment. So the first reason here is the support for workers. Another reason for positive sentiment is advocacy for fair wages. The third reason here is encouragement and solidarity. So it's still kind of like the same thing that we've read so far, the advocacy for fair wages and for flight attendants to be paid fairly. So these are all what made up the positive comments. Interesting. Now let's find out why the agent analyzed some comments as neutral sentiments. So neutral comments were generally factual or inquiries without strong emotional language. They often involved straightforward requests or statements that did not convey a clear positive or negative sentiment. So common reasons for neutral sentiment. One, we have inquiries and requests. Two, factual statements. Then three, we have lack of emotional language. Now let's find out why these agents analyzed some comments as negative. Negative comments were prevalent, with many users expressing dissatisfaction and frustration towards Air Canada, particularly regarding flight cancellations, poor customer service, and employee treatment. Some of the common reasons for negative sentiments were: one, flight cancellations and disruptions; two, poor customer service; three, employee treatment and compensation, which is also similar to what we have in the positive sentiment analysis. Then the last one here is corporate practices. Let's look at the overall sentiment. The overall sentiment of the comments were largely negative, with many users expressing dissatisfaction with Air Canada service, particularly regarding flight cancellations and customer support. However, there was a notable amount of support for flight attendants and their rights, reflecting a positive sentiment towards labor justice. Neutral comments were less frequent and typically involved straightforward requests or factual statements without strong emotional language. Overall, the comments highlighted significant areas of concern for the airline, including customer service, employee treatment, and corporate practices. So I believe brands can hop on this to figure out ways to serve their customers better. This comment analyzer agent not only scrapes the comment for you or categorizes the comment into positive, neutral, and negative, it also gives a breakdown saying why these comments were negative, positive, or neutral. And I really love the overall summary. It highlighted the key areas that Air Canada should focus on. And it's very easy to export this data. This is the summary information. If you want to export this data, the complete data, all you need to do is click on the comment dataset URL, and then it brings you to this page where you have the comments detail, which has about 5 fields. So it has the ID attached or related to the comments, the comment text, the likes on that comment, the date that comment was initiated, and the author. Please, you need to be mindful of the kind of information you put out there, especially if you want to use this comment analyzer agent for your data project. You need to be mindful of the kind of information you put out there. You have to respect people's privacy. What you just need to do is show the key points of your analysis, like what this comment analyzer agent did. It showed us the key areas that Air Canada should focus on. Then we have the sentiment, whether it is positive, neutral, or negative, and also the sentiment analysis. It shows us why the analyzer agent scored that comment as either negative, positive, or neutral. And this data is actually very easy to export. Just click on the export button up here, and then you select the format you want to export this data set as. You can choose to specify the fields you want to be returned. If you want to return everything, it's optional, but if you want to be specific, you can specify. So here I'm going to leave it as blank. Okay, I just want to return everything, and then I'll click on download. So now let's check out this data set in Microsoft Excel. So here we have the comment detail like the text, the flag, the sentiment, and the sentiment analysis. From here on, you can visualize to understand better, to see the total number of positive, neutral, or negative comment. Now, this is really perfect for building data projects. But please and please and please and please make sure that you build wisely. First of all, think of that problem you want to help solve. And this case study shows us what some of their customers really think and what Air Canada can improve on. So another good alternative to the comment analyzer agent is the social media sentiment analysis tool. So in the comment analyzer agent, you can only monitor comments across TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. But in the social media sentiment analysis tool, you can get comments from Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The only difference is that you will not be able to get why comments are scored positive, neutral, or negative. So you won't be able to get that. You can only get that using the comment analyzer agent. So one key thing that I learned from this exercise is that data is only as powerful as your ability to act on it. The real magic happens when you can turn these insights into smarter decisions. All right, guys, that is it for today. If you want to see what people really think about your favorite brands on social media, then go test it out. I have left the link in the description and also in the comments for you. And as always, thank you all for watching.